Double game week 34 fixtures are finally announced. Which teams have a fixture swing, which teams should we target, and what is the best chip strategy going forward. If you want to have a look at my game week 29 review, have a look at this. If you also want to know why I think Son is a better captain option than Salah for game week 30. But let's get rid of that awful team and start the planning for the 9 remaining game weeks. Here it is, as expected, 7 teams will have a double game week in game week 34. Arsenal, Liverpool, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace, Everton, Sheffield United and Wolves. For me, the team to target, top 2, Arsenal and Liverpool, also Bournemouth and maybe Crystal Palace. Most of us have a couple of Arsenal assets already, and the ones who planned and took advantage of double game week 28 will have a couple of Bournemouth as well. In my planned transfer and the watch list, I will take a look at a couple of options from those teams. Assets from Everton could be considered, but only if you are planning to use your free hit chip in double game week 34. If you're just using your free transfers like me, my priority would be to bring in Arsenal, Liverpool and maybe Crystal Palace. After double game week 34, we might have another double in 35. It's most probably going to be in game week 36, but let's take a look at the fixtures. For Tottenham in game week 35, this would mean that they play Arsenal at home and Chelsea away. Not the best double game week. And for Chelsea, it would be Aston Villa away and Tottenham at home. So a little bit better for Chelsea, but if the fixture will be played in game week 36, we will have a double game week of Liverpool and Chelsea. Not looking really good for them if the game is postponed to game week 36. But Chelsea will play West Ham United at home and Tottenham at home, so hopefully the game will go on in double game week 36. We can start having a look at Chelsea assets. As you can see, Chelsea, they have a double in game week 37 as well, against Nottingham Forest and Brighton, both away. Spurs will play against Burnley and Manchester City. City will play against Fulham and Tottenham. Brighton against Newcastle and Chelsea away. Man United will play against Arsenal and Newcastle, both games at the Old Trafford. And finally, Newcastle will have a double game week as well, and they will play Brighton at home and away at Old Trafford against Man United. As you can see, there is a fixture swing in game week 35 where the teams divide into 2 groups. Group A are the teams with a double game week 34, and Group B are the teams with a double game week in 37. To take advantage of the double game weeks, I would advise you to focus on players from Group A from game week 30 to 34 and players from Group B from game week 35 to 38. The teams in Group A will only have 4 games left after game week 34, while on the other hand, teams from Group B will have 5 and 6 games left. The announcement of the fixtures means that I'm more sure about my chip strategy. I will use my free transfers to have a strong team in double game week 34. I will use my wildcard in game week 35 and bring in players from Group B. If you still have your free hit chip left, I would consider the possibility to maybe play the chip in game week 38, especially if you already have a couple of assets from the teams who will play twice in double game week 34. Having a free hit available on the final day could prove to be really valuable. We can get early team news and you can bring in some really strong differentials, and you can focus on the teams who have something to play for and sell the teams who are basically on the beach. My Game Week 30 plan is to bring in Mo Salah by selling De Bruyne. I have the exact funds to do the move right now, but I will probably be priced out before the deadline, so I will make a transfer in defense as well. I'll focus on the teams from Group A when I make my transfers going forward. Ait Nouri has been really good recently, and he is one of the players with 2 fixtures in Game Week 34. However, I don't like having him playing against my striker Ollie Watkins in Game Week 30, so I might actually go for someone else. If I'm priced out of selling De Bruyne and getting Salah with only 1 transfer, I will probably sell Diaz and bring in a Crystal Palace defender. They have a good fixture in both Game Week 30 and 31, and I can easily bench them when they play City and Liverpool in Game Week 32 and 33. And as mentioned, Palace have decent fixtures in double Game Week 34 as well. Or I use my wildcard in Game Week 35 to take advantage of the fixture swing. I will focus on players from Group A, the players who have decent fixtures in double Game Week 34. And the ones I'm considering right now are SA, he is nailed on and on set pieces, including penalties for Crystal Palace. Darwin Núñez, really high potential, quite low ownership, and if it goes wrong, I will wildcard him out in Game Week 35. I will probably bring in Kai Havertz as well. He has been in decent form recently and looks to have won a spot in the Arsenal team. It might be Saliba if I decide to double up on their defense, but I do believe that I will have triple Liverpool and triple Arsenal before the double Game Week 34 deadline. Let me know in the comments what you think about this strategy, and please also share the players you are considering for double Game Week 34. Consider to subscribe to my channel if you want more weekly FPL content. Thank you.